ready? Are you ready?
Peeps, let's not prolong this thing any longer. Main reason I'm going live during this because, for one, I haven't felt like we've had a one-on-one conversation, just us, and two, we haven't had a Drew Weiser on camera actively. You know, I've been on the round table, I've been on above the rim, but you guys can't see me drinking the Drew Weisers, so here we are. Cheers, fellas and ladies. Hopefully you guys are staying safe out there. Let's get that out of the way first. Make sure you guys are washing your hands or whatever. And I see a lot of you guys are saying no, and I'm with you. But being a slow news month or months, I have to talk about it because it is something floating around out there is that Lauri Markkanen is not happy in Chicago. And personally, I don't have anything against him. My only knock is we have Blake Griffin. He's coming back next season. We have Sekou, and we have Christian Wood. Now, whether Sekou is going to play the 3 or the 4, I can't tell you. He hasn't been playing that well since right before this whole thing happened. Christian Wood, however, has been playing amazing. I think since the Andre Drummond trade, he's been averaging like 24.5 points, double-digit rebounds, and like 3 assists a game, somewhere around that ball point. I don't want to get somebody here who can take away minutes. Now, my only positive for going for this is he can play the 5. He can play the 5. Right now, we do need another center because really I think Christian Wood's more of a power forward, than anything. But, at this point in time, we don't really have a true center. That's a long-term plan. I like Henson. I think he's okay. I don't know if the Pistons are going to bring him back or not. And, it's really going to depend on his contract. I don't think he's going to be bad for a number 2 center. Someone who can play short minutes, something along those lines. Lauri Markkanen is a good player. He's a solid young player. Chicago is just, I don't really know their direction right now, and, they keep firing coaches, and the coaches that they have, the players don't like. It's kind of a mess over there, man, so I don't know what's going to go on with that, but I don't think the Pistons are going to go ahead and do this. It really doesn't make a whole lot of sense, but, it's on the Pistons whenever a player's available to do their job, give that team a call, see what they want. Because if you can get them for a second and a prospect, that's something you're really going to have to consider because, he is worth that. And I know Chicago can get a first for him. He's that good. It's just like, for the Pistons, though, is it a fit? Probably not, unless you are moving on from Blake Griffin. And that's going to be the if. If you can move Blake Griffin, and if that's the direction the Pistons want to go, which I'm fine either way. I love Blake Griffin. You're going to have to give up something, though, to get him. That second and the prospect sounds nice, but Chicago's not going to want to do that, to be honest with you. And are they going to be willing to take on Blake's contract? I don't know. Chicago fans want Derrick Rose back. Am I trading Derrick Rose away for this guy? I've seen some people on Twitter want to trade Luke Kennard away for him. And I'm like, what are you guys talking about? Lauri is probably a better player than Luke, but scheme-wise, with the talent we have right now, you're going to start looking like the New York Knicks with all these power forwards. Oh, God, Bravo. Come on, quit it with the Thon Maker. I don't like the Thon Maker jokes. Yeah, I'm with you, man. We do need a small forward. And I think that we can develop Sekou into that small forward. He's got a good frame for it. I think Seiko's going to be a Swiss Army tool for us moving down the road where he can play multiple positions and guard multiple positions. Lauri can play the 3. He's just, he's not quick enough to stay up with the better small forwards in the league. He's really a 4, and he's really an undersized, or I shouldn't say undersized because he's tall enough, but he's not strong enough to guard people down there on the blocks all the time. Someone like Boogie Cousins or Drummond, for that matter, are going to have their way on the boards with him. But, I mean, offensively, he is a nightmare matchup for those guys because he can stretch the floor and really make you kind of guess. He can put the ball on the floor. He's a very good offensive player. Would I trade Blake for Otto Porter and a first-round pick? I don't know if Phoenix would do that, but it is the Suns. I would strongly consider it. Very strongly consider it. Because, Blake's not, I don't think he's much longer here. He's been banged up. I love Blake Griffin, and I don't want to do him dirty and trade him to the Suns. I would say it's trading him dirty, but, I mean, that's great value for Blake Griffin. Because, we gave up Tobias and a first to get him. I think getting Otto Porter, who has been dunking on people all season long, and a first from the Suns is a lottery pick. It's a hell of a pickup for him. I don't think it's going to happen, but I would really start to. Oh yeah, he does play. He does play for the Bulls. I was thinking of Kelly Oubre. I'm just dumb. Don't pay attention to me. Good catch, Bravo. Otto Porter. I'm not really a big Otto Porter fan. That Shaq in a full moment where he just kind of fell asleep on defense kind of sticks in my mind. Yeah, I know. I'm just stupid, man. I am just stupid. I don't think Blake's done. I really don't. I just think that we had see, Blake Griffin right now, he is not a number 1 option. He can be for a couple games, and if he's healthy in the playoff, he can be. But for an entire season, his body he just can't do it anymore. And he never really could. He was always hurt. Him or CP3 were always hurt. I seen the CP3 came out and it's kind of making amends with Blake, saying you never know what you got until it's gone and stuff like that. So, look, I didn't expect Blake Griffin to play a whole lot of games this year. But I thought the Pistons would do a better job of trying to keep him safe and rested for the playoffs, and we really didn't. Because when he played, let's give the ball to Blake and get out the way. Blake's just, he can't do that. Blake needs to be a second option. You don't want to give Blake the ball enough every time, and hey, post him up from the 3-point line, or hey, we need you to make a 3. You just can't do that to him anymore. So this is why this draft is very important. Because if you can get a guy who can play make and take the ball out of Blake's hand and get that point guard, rather if it's Killian Hayes, LaMelo, Cole Anthony, Edwards, whoever, just a guard who can create his own shot and really orchestrate an offense, it does wonders. Because when Derrick Rose is out there, our offense is going through Derrick, and it's on him to facilitate or score. We just can't have Blake out there. As he can score. When he's good, he will score. But it's just so hard on his body to do that for 82 games. So, I think with the emergence of Christian Wood, if we can re-sign him, hopefully we can. Cross my fingers, dot my I's, stick a needle in my eye, however that saying goes, that we can bring him back because, he's averaging 25 almost since the Drummond trade. That's damn good. We need a player like that to help take some of the load off of Blake. Because Drummond, I love Drummond. I always will, wherever he's going to go play. He was only averaging, 16, 17 points this year? Christian Wood's averaging 7 more points. And if he would have done that this season, our record wouldn't be what it is. Because a lot of our games were that close. 10 points or so. Those extra 7 points, that changes the game. That is a game changer. So I think next season it's going to be a different team. I think we'll have a lot of similar faces here, but it's going to be a different team. Because now we know what some of these young guys can do. And I really think this is a weird rebuild because we have a chance here to get the guy we need, not the guy we want, the guy we need for the future of this team, and really take us back to the playoffs. Not just as an 8th seed, Not as, oh, if we can win a game. This will be if we can win a series and get out of the second round type player. That in one single off season, this whole season will be forgotten because we got our player, we got our stuff. We'll see. We will see. So I think a lot of you guys said no. I'm with you. But like I said, it's a slow news month, man. A lot of you guys are spamming me with prospects and all this kind of stuff. So I'm trying to do my research and all that. A lot of you guys want me to cover some old school stuff. I'm trying to do fun stuff. So if you guys did not catch me whoop it on Dwayne Casey yesterday, go check that out because that's a lot of work to edit all that stuff and put that together. So I don't even care because it got copyrighted. I didn't make that one to get the revenue. It's not a whole lot of money if I make from revenue anyway. But that's just some fun stuff I can do. So I like doing it. It's fun for me. So, but if you guys want me to do more stuff like that, let me know. What is marketing right now? Like what? His age? I think he's like 23 or 24. That's what you're asking. Could Blake be the most improved player next year? It's possible. I'm really looking at Christian Wood in that category, though. Because even though Christian Wood has been averaging, 24, like I said, 24 and a half this year since the Drummond trade, on the season, he's only averaging 13 points. So I think he will be in that category. Drew, do you think players like Bruce and Langston will be gone next year? Bruce, no. Langston, maybe. Maybe. I think that if we bring back Langston, it's going to be on a team-friendly deal. I appreciate you, Joey. Bruce Brown, I think Dwayne Casey likes him too much to let him go. And I like Bruce Brown. Bruce Brown, he's improving. It's not a huge improvement from last year. But his numbers went up across the board. He needs to get this offensive game down. But we have to remember, he's only a second-round draft pick. People treat him like, he got drafted in the lottery or something, like he was a Stanley Johnson. And he's a second-round draft pick, man. Yes, I was going to bring that up in the beginning, and I didn't. Shout out to, I guess not shout out, but rest in peace to Mr. Tiger, Al Kaline, who passed away today. I don't know if that was the virus-related thing or not, but that is Mr. Tiger, man. That is Mr. Tiger, so rest in peace to Al. Seems like people are dropping like flies all of a sudden, man. It's sad. You don't want to see that. It's tough. Especially someone like Al, who was beloved in Detroit and really helped put the Tigers on the map and really makes them a good team. I don't know how much it's going to cost to get him because right now it's all speculation that he'll be moved. He's just not happy with the front office or the team for Chicago, and he's pretty much come out and said that if some changes aren't made, that he wants out. So if Chicago makes some trades, he might not be traded, but it's speculation, purely speculation. I just don't want to trade Rose, man. I love Rose. It's tough, man. It's certainly a tough decision. I think if we trade for anybody, we either need to get a small forward or a point guard. I don't want to trade for a shooting guard. I really don't want to trade for a power forward. I think our players are solid enough at those positions that we're okay. I like Tony Snell, but he's not really the guy you want out there for 25, 30 minutes a game, however much he's playing. I want to go after a point guard. See, a center's questionable, man. I don't know. It depends on who's available. Because I think we can get a good quality center. Look at Aaron Baines this year, man. He's been playing incredible. Very solid, very good production out of him. Good deal. Good deal for the team. I don't want to overpay a center. I really don't. Not in today's league. Unless it's somebody like a healthy DeMarcus Cousins. Anthony Davis plays the 5, but he's really a 4. Someone along those caliber players, that's the only reason I'm paying them. I really want to go get a guard. Look at the Pistons teams who have won championships. There's been big men after big men who came in here. Bill Laimbeer, Ben Wallace, Dennis Rodman, Sheed. All great players. I love every single one of them. And Big Ben helped set that culture for the 04 team, but without Chauncey Billups, without Isaiah Thomas, those teams aren't doing it much. They'd be good teams, and they'd be kind of where we're at right now. Fighting for the playoffs, a good quality team, would be good defensively, but they didn't have that quarterback, that leader, like Mr. Big Shot, like Zeke. Those guys are really what made those teams. Big Ben was the heart and the soul. He got them going defensively. I'm not knocking any of the players. I don't think without any of them that we do as well as we did. But you need a point guard. You need that leader, and we haven't had that leader. We kind of kept trying to make it work. I loved Brandon Jennings, but when that's your best point guard you've had, and what? I like Will the Thrill. He was better than Will the Thrill though. Probably since Chauncey. That's a problem. If it's a team friendly deal, he's okay. He'd be a good player coming off the bench. But you need to go get that point guard, man. I was kind of neutral on Stuckey. I like 50 Cent. He always reminded me of 50 Cent. So, kind of. There's not too many of them point guards that I like in free agency, to be honest with you, that are top name free agents. I'm going to have to do some more digging. I seen the top 3, and one of them was Van Vliet. I'm not a big Van Vliet fan. I don't think that he's going to come in here and change the culture or change the foundation for this thing. So I'm not really big Van Vliet. I know a lot of you guys are, but just not for me. Not a knock on the guy. He can go somewhere else. I don't think that Toronto's going to let him go, to be honest with you. I think Toronto re-signs him. If anything, they're going to let go of Lauri and let Lauri walk. Which Lauri, I think, is a better fit than Van Vliet. Van Vliet, yes, is younger, but Kyle Lowry fits better with Dwayne Casey. He knows his system, and he's actually a leader. I don't really want either one of those guys, to be honest with you, though. I like DJ Augustine. I loved him when he was here. I don't think Reggie's coming back. If we do get LaMelo, yes, I would say we would be a playoff contender. It's really going to depend on how well he adapts in the NBA, because even though I keep talking about LaMelo and how good he is, he hasn't played in the NBA yet. And until you play in the NBA and start doing some of the stuff he's done, I talk about how he scores a lot of points. Well, he cherry picks a lot. He doesn't play every possession. He has his flaws, but his natural talent is remarkable. And that's kind of what you draft off. You draft off the potential and how good someone can be. Again, that's why we drafted Darko, his potential. Look how that worked out for us, though. But yeah, I think if we draft LaMelo, we'd be right there. Ja's more athletic. Melo's a better shooter. Both can facilitate. Ja Morant, even though he's a rookie, is underrated, though. He is really fun to watch. And everyone just talks about Zion this, Zion that. Ja is rookie of the year. If we get someone like Ja, I'll be happy. Well, I don't want to ramble on all day. My whole point was to talk about the Lauri Markkanen thing, but I like talking to you guys. I'm going to have to do this more often. We'll probably do... I'm trying to think of the schedule here. Above the Rim, Saturday is 1 p.m. here. We'll probably be talking Bad Boys and going to work. I think we're going to be talking, comparing and contrasting those two teams. Depending on what the news is like for NBA. It's kind of up in the air. So we will be talking about kind of stuff like that. But just throughout the week, I'm going to try to go live more, because I like talking to you guys. We haven't talked a whole lot. What I'm doing right now is getting off, and I'm going to hop on COD. I'm going to play some Warzone, and I'm going to warm up, because tomorrow 3:30, 4 o'clock, I'm going to be back on here. And I'm going to be streaming Warzone for a little bit, a couple hours maybe. I might play some UFC. I might play some Uno. I don't know yet. But I'm going to hop on with my brother tomorrow. We're going to be streaming that. And then while we're streaming, whatever questions you guys have, I'm going to try to answer. It's hard to multitask playing that stuff, but I might stream 2K a different day. I have to get 3 full people to do that. I can't play with randoms. And most of you guys have PS4s. You guys don't all have Xbox. I can definitely do some more WWE videos. I think next I'm going to challenge the one, the only Matt Patricia. So that should be fun. Should be fun. I don't do my team. I did my team in 2016, 2017. I was pretty much spending my whole paycheck on it just to get stupid players and never play. So I don't really play 2K, my team, that much. I will definitely post a community tab for people who want to play 2K. You're going to have Xbox, and then once I post that, it probably won't be until, why don't we say Friday night? Why don't we do Friday night? We'll stream 2K. I'll try to get a bunch of you guys to come on and play with me, and we'll go run some stuff. We will definitely go run some 2K. So we got some stuff planned tomorrow. I'm streaming COD. I'm going to play Warzone. And Wednesday, I don't really know. And Thursday, I don't really know. So hopefully we get either some Lions news or we get some Pistons news. Because if not, you guys are going to watch me play some video games. But you got to stay safe out there. Enjoy your quarantine. I've spent a lot of money on alcohol this last 2 weeks. So got that going for me. But wash your hands. See you guys tomorrow. And that's the bottom line. Because Detroit Drew said so.
Are you ready?